transfigured. And he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white as light. Matthew chapter 17, verse 2. Friday of the first week of Lent. Yesterday we learned that the mountains are places where God reveals himself. The next logical question that we may ask is this: what specifically is God revealing to us in the event of the Transfiguration? In the Transfiguration, God is revealing that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God. In being transfigured before them, Jesus is giving the apostles a glimpse of his heavenly glory that is hidden in the human appearance of his flesh. The Transfiguration opens the minds of the apostles and shows them that Jesus is who he says he is. Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus is God. As God, Jesus has the victory over all things. There was a particular season in my past when I was struggling. I was struggling so much that I doubted that God was with me. I remember praying one day and saying something like, "God, please help me if you can." Soon, I was stunned as I heard back from God in my heart as he said, "If I can? Who do you think you're talking to?" As soon as I heard these words, there was a profound moment of sober silence. I knew that it was the voice of the Lord. After a few more moments of intentional stillness and listening, I heard him speak further. "Do you believe I am who I say I am? Do you believe I do what I promise to do?" I felt as if the questions were so important that I needed to give a reverential and sacred answer. I knew that I had to actually consider the reality of the question if there was going to be integrity in my response. Do I really believe that God is who he says he is? Jesus never claims to be a good teacher or a nice guy. None of the modern claims about Jesus match the claims that Jesus himself makes. Jesus claims to be one thing and one thing only. Jesus claims to be God in the flesh. I was confronted that day with the question that every Christian must allow themselves to confront. It's irrelevant to ask myself who I believe Jesus to be. That question is irrelevant. The only question that matters is, do I believe that Jesus is who he says he is? That's the only question. As I continued to consider the question that day, I came to feel deep peace and a profound trust. I knew the voice of the one who was speaking to me, and in that moment, I fully understood that he is who he says he is. Today, ask Jesus what he is trying to do in your life this Lent. Ask him where he is proving to you that he is who he says he is. For your prayer, read Romans chapter 8, verses 18 to 39. Read it 3 times very slowly. What word or phrase tugged at your heart? Talk to God about how this word or phrase applies to your life. What words stood out to you as you prayed? What did you find stirring in your heart?